All right, folks. Hey. This is not going to be a regular episode. This should be episode 83, 083, Common Sense Protection of the Public. However, it's not going to be, and we're getting ready to not be here for very long. So this morning we had a Delaware County Commissioners meeting at 9 a.m. this morning. And prior to going to that meeting, I was in the shower. I'm like taking like really deep, slow, small breaths so it doesn't hurt. And I can't laugh. So about 7:30 this morning, before the commissioners meeting, I was in the shower and twisted. Something happened, and I fell in the shower, which I guarantee you was a sight for no one's eyes. And I didn't just like fall a little bit. I didn't like catch myself. It wasn't graceful. The way I can describe this is I was showering, facing the shower spigot, soap in my right hand. And I turned. I was going to put soap in my left hand. I was getting ready to raise my arm and like wash my chest and my arm. And as I'm like this, doing, I'm like, what is that? Oh no. I completely fall. And oh yeah, no, Joey, or two or three. And so what I did was I landed this part of my body on the wall that goes up that you have to pick your foot up over to get into the bathtub wall. I landed on that. Like, for example, and this is exactly what it was like. If you would pick my large, fat ass body up and put me not straight up and down, but you would put me horizontal in the shower, and then drop me from like the middle of the air. Like drop me from the middle of the air onto that thing. Like right here. All of this large and in charge body fell on that thing. What kills me is, no, none taken, Joey. I felt every bit of it. It, like, ripped the shower curtain down. I don't know how people didn't come running, thinking, like, I literally had fell through the 2nd story to the 1st story to the 3rd to the basement. Um, I'm just sitting in there going, "Ah." Yeah, man, that's the thing. Listen, I mean, like, the number 1 room that people die in the house is the kitchen. Like, the number room that people die in is, like, the bathroom. Slip and falls are bad, but it, like, jammed my finger up. Oh, sore. That's not even half of it. And these, I think, are the side I broke in the car wreck too. Yeah, it is. It's the left side. Oh, yeah. Sore you don't even understand. It's gonna be I it's gonna be horrible tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Um, so with that being said, I'm not really in a position to where I feel like I kind of got a headache. I slept today a little bit after the meeting. And so I'm not really just all there to do um Audie. I'm see, Catherine, the thing is, I kind of have this thing where I'm a hypochondriac, but the opposite end of the spectrum. You know, you've got two kinds of hypochondriacs in the world. You've got my grandfather, who anytime he sneezes goes into the hospital. I hope he's watching. Goes to the doctor. And my grandparents, they've got GM insurance, so they're like, "Come on in, we're gonna order a battery of tests. we we need a whole spectrum of tests. Send that on in." They're getting that money's work. My grandpa's been retired from GM for 30 years. He's been out of GM longer than he actually worked there. And they are milking that insurance. Thing is, though, I'm the kind that says, very much like my dad, who says, "What? I don't see it. If I don't see it, it's not affecting me. It can't affect me." And it always reminds me of one of my musical heroes, Warren Zevon, Werewolves of London. He was a real good friend of David Letterman, and he would go on the David Letterman show quite frequently. And he was diagnosed with lung cancer. He had metastatic lung cancer, and he had like weeks to live. And he went on David Letterman for the final time just about 2 or 3 weeks before he died. And they knew he was dying. Like, he was, I think, on hospice at this point, and palliative care. They weren't no longer treating it. They were just making him comfortable. And Dave said, "How did this happen? How did this happen?" Joan's like, "This is awesome. Did she miss the part where I fell?" That hurt so bad. Laugh. Oh. Um, Dave Letterman said, "How did this happen?" And Warren Zevon said, "Well, I may have made a tactical error. I may not have seen a doctor for 40 years." And that's kind of like my side of the spectrum. So, uh, oh yeah, okay, yeah. So, uh, Yeah, right. Oh, Joan Ashley. I thought you meant like me being in pain. Joan's like, that's awesome. I love this story. He fell down in the shower. I love it. Yeah, that's the thing. So, um, that's where we are. I guess I will say just briefly that the Delaware County Commissioners did pass some form of solar ordinance today. It's completely crazy. The meeting is there. You can go on our wall and see it. It's the Delaware County meeting. It's fixed now. Um, yeah. Wait, Carter didn't die, did he? Is he still alive? He hasn't passed yet, has he? Okay, yeah, he's still alive. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Um, yeah, the wife died, but yeah, Joey, they did, I have to say they did allow a couple people who were against to speak, but the commissioners meeting was way crazy. So instead of fighting through it tonight and doing it and then going to the meeting tomorrow morning, and then doing it tomorrow, what I'm probably going to do is just cash this to tonight, reset what I called the show, because I this is what I've got up for the thumbnail tonight, but this is not what the thumbnail is going to remain. I'll put that more in line for tomorrow. This was the amount of people that were there. I mean, I want to make sure people are aware. You see all the way down, you see where it says Veterans Affairs, and then you see the next sign down there, and then you see the exit sign, and then you see the third sign on the door, the third sign all the way down there. And then you see those two white doors down at the end of the hallway. That's the commissioner's room down there. So these people all out here in the hallway are all that way down there. They're I mean, that's how many people are waiting. And then the room was full. So it was awesome. And there were people back past me. I took other pictures. Let me see if I got these pictures. Sure. This one. Yeah, okay. Let me see here. I'll show you from the other way. And this is towards the end of the meeting. This is once everybody this is once the meeting was like wrapping up and after a lot of people had spoke and after they had voted and all of that stuff. So it's like it started to thin out here. Let me show you this. Share screen. No, he was not there. Amazingly, he was not in attendance. I honestly don't know where he was. Here's the 2 doors to get in. This is the furthest door. This right here, where you're looking, the black door right here, this is the end of the hallway where I showed you in the earlier. So, here, this gentleman right here is Tim Nickum. He is one of the gentlemen that spoke. He is very, very, very well spoken, and I know he's a very busy businessman. I know he works at two businesses. One of these days, God willing, I hope he retires, and I hope he seeks a life in public service, because he would be somebody that I would get behind in a second for county commissioner, state representative, state senator. That gentleman right there is a public servant if I've ever seen one, and he's the truest form. He would be somebody I would get behind in a second. Here's the other side. Of course, here's Sue Arrington. Here's the podium. Here's Ed Carroll. Here's Shannon Henry, James King, Jerry Reagan. And then here, the hallway had all cleared out, basically, at this point. But this is me looking down. Where I was standing when I took the picture the last time is well down past where these people were. So if that gives you an idea of how far down this was full at that one time, it was pretty crazy. So yeah, it was interesting talking to these individuals. These are just people that are citizens, from up in the area, and they came out. A lot of them are going to be there tomorrow too. There is a meeting tomorrow at 9 a.m. And oh, hey, there's Tim right there. Yeah, listen, I'm serious. I mean that wholeheartedly. Tim is very well spoken, and is like no nonsense. I mean, it's not there. I heard it might have been Tim that said, that's what I was going to call this episode. Now, I'm getting ready to get off here because before the meeting today, I fell and broke some ribs. So I was amazed I made it to the meeting, and I'm getting ready to cash this in, and we'll do a bigger look at this, bigger commentary of this tomorrow evening. But Tim, yeah, that's true, Stir Press. Tim said during his speech today, at some point, common sense protection of the public. That's their job, is a common sense protection of the public. I'm going to tell you right now, if you go in and you listen to this meeting today, these three individuals do not have that. Maybe sometime they have. There's pros and cons for everybody, but I can tell you a lot of cons. Sherry is afraid to make a motion to save her life. She won't. I kept saying, make a motion, Sherry, make a motion before the other two. Make them vote on it. I mean, Sherry, come on. Speak up for the people here. Be a voice of opposition. I'm going to tell you what these people did. I full-heartedly believe they were going to do 300. They were going to do 3,500 feet, and it was Commissioner Shannon Henry who said, "I want to take it to 35, not 335 feet, 330 acres, 3,500 acres." And Shannon Henry took it to 35,000. Now, what they did today was they stripped it back and they said, well, I don't know. King was like, I'm not happy with how much it is. Let's take it to, they went back and forth, but they landed on 5,000. So let me tell you what they did. Essentially today, they took it more than 3,500. They took it to 5,000, but they get a walk around saying, look, we're the heroes. We stripped it 30,000 acres. We cut it back 30,000 acres. It was going to be 35,000 acres, and we made it 5. We're the heroes. No, you're not. That's a sleight of hand con job. We all witnessed what you guys did. That's like me coming and setting fire to your house and then calling the fire department and saying, hey, you need to come put this fire out. I'm gonna go put some water on and try to save these people's house. You're not the hero, bro. You burnt my house down. So James King with his, I don't want to go more than 5,000. I'm not going to do it. And let me tell you another couple things before we wrap up. Him saying he's sick of getting phone calls and getting yelled at, and he's been called everything and he takes time away to read. Jim, let me tell you something, good old boy. Let me tell you something. If you resign your seat, you'll never take another phone call again. No one will ever come on a podcast and say anything about you. No one will ever make another Facebook post about you. No one will ever talk to their friends negatively about you. You'll never have to hear anybody bitching and whining like you like to say. You won't have to put up with it. Resign your seat. Don't run again. 2 months. Your dumbass is going to walk up to the clerk's office and you're going to file to run for re-election. Let me tell you, if you file for re-election, I don't want to hear you say again that you're tired of being yelled at, because that's what it's about. They act like they're so confused. If you're so confused, err on the side of caution. And why was he in such a hurry? Why are they in such a hurry? They want to get this done quick before January rolls around, because that's when he and Reagan have to file for re-election, and they want this to be long gone by the time that happens. So by the time May rolls around, people have short memories when it turns around to political elections here. When it comes out, when it comes down to people needing to go out and vote, people have short-term memories here. The other thing they kept saying is they kept talking about, well, we don't want to send this back and cause all this other work, so we're just going to pass this and we're going to put these protections in the minutes. No. Your job is to pass the best ordinance possible. Don't do some half-assed job and then put protections in the minutes. We know how that goes. What if the minutes aren't typed up right? What if the minutes are not as detailed as they should be? What if that's hard to find in 5 years from now? Why don't you send it back and do the best damn ordinance you can? I just wrote down here again, he's tired of getting phone calls. He wants the phone calls to end. I've got a lot more to say about this. I need to recoup. We'll listen to what happens at the meeting tomorrow. I'll recoup. We'll listen to the meeting. And then we'll come back here tomorrow night. Listen to me. I want everybody and their brother to be here tomorrow night at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. tomorrow. So all you solar people, tell your friends, tell your family. I want to have a good discussion. And if there's anybody out there that wants to come on live with me, I want to show you what it look like. Here, pop up here, Kate. So like this, how Kate's on here, say hello.
Hi.
So I want, if anybody out there in Solar Land wants to come on and speak, if you feel like the commissioners, there's a couple people, a couple of the women that prepared long speeches, didn't get to say everything they wanted to say to the commissioners. If you want to come on and speak, come on and talk. You're free. Get a hold of me.
Come in here and announce your candidacy for county commissioner.
If you know anybody that wants to run for commissioner, come on here. I want to show you guys real quick, just so you guys are aware before we get ready to roll out of here. I want to show you just so people are aware, because this is very important. Don't fall in the shower also, PS, by the way. Okay, so for the commissioner's office.
Do you need me anymore?
No, yeah, you're fine. Sorry, thank you. I just wanted to show them what it looked like. Most people know, but I just wanted to show them. If you want to run, if you know somebody that would like to run, Delaware County Commissioner District 1 is down here. Commissioner District 2 is all of this. So this is Shannon Henry. These two, this here, all of this is Shannon Henry. He's there for 2 more years. But Sherry Riggin, all of this is Sherry Riggin. And all of this green, this red, all of this is all of this. Oh no, sorry. This down here, that is Sherry Riggin too. Sorry. This right here is James King. So part of Mount Pleasant Township is Sherry Riggin. So if you're interested in running or know anyone that's interested in running for commissioner, now for your Delaware County Council, your Delaware County Council at large, they're who's up, and it's anyone who lives in this entire blue box. If you live inside Delaware County, you may run. So those are the 2 biggies for next year. Those are your 2 biggies next year. So that's what we've got going on. So if you know anybody that's interested, get it going. We need to get that going. It's very important. But back here tomorrow at 9 p.m., I want to have a big show. We're going to talk about the commissioners. We're going to talk about the council. We'll get everything ready. I'll mend. I'm still going to be hurting tomorrow, but we'll be a little bit better. I just didn't want to leave you guys hanging. Today was kind of a shit show. Some good happened, some bad happened, and we'll keep you guys posted. I'm sorry for wrapping it up early tonight, but I've just got, I need to just chill. And then we'll be back here tomorrow for a full show at 9 p.m. So you guys have a great rest of your evening. Sorry for the early turn in, and we'll do one kick-ass show tomorrow. All right. Take care. God bless. Have a great, great evening. And we'll see you guys here tomorrow, God willing. Nobody fall in the shower tomorrow. All right. Good night. Goodbye. Yes, Karen, that's true.